Okay, so this video is literally just um no script here. And the reason why I'm not scripting it is I think people might prefer something a little more vulnerable. I don't know. Um so there's this thing that I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers in the My Scene community talk about, and we're talking about hate. Um, Hate's a bad word, uh, and reasonably so. It can, kill people. um, so, uh, yeah. So we want to talk about it a little bit. Um, so the first thing um that matters to me is that I think the way that that I've seen people on the internet approach hate is just and I'm not really necessarily talking about how MPG talks about it or how Nova MSN talks about it. They didn't really say anything I disagree with. Um but the thing is that I find that a lot of people on the internet tend to hate for the sake of hating. They can call somebody names without, you know, uh, if somebody can call someone names, I find that people tend to do that. No matter what the name is, no matter the reason, it, it seems like people get some sort of, I would like to say the dopamine rush or some sense of heroism by hating people. Um, and there's truth to that, and there's some lies to that. Uh, so what I like aim to really talk about is why people hate, or at least what I've seen from why people hate. It might not necessarily be dopamine or heroism, or maybe it's just simply groupthink. Their friends are doing it. There's a lot of reasons why people hate, um, and some of them are more valid than others, but at the end of the day, they're all reasons, and I think they all need to be addressed. Uh, so I remember early on in when I was in the MSM community, and you know, I used to see a lot of hate for MPG, and some of it, like there's some that ended up benefiting his channel, and then others that it's like was kind of just hating for the sake of hating. Um, so like uh. So one thing MPG got into trouble with, like I would say 4 or 5 years ago, right, was using art without permission, or kind of not really crediting artists properly. And, obviously MPG came out a much better person from it. MPG works with artists and, credits them properly, which I am, seeing something like that makes me very happy. But then there's other things where it's like, people are kind of needlessly calling him greedy for just kind of making videos, and the same thing happened to me where people are like, uh well, you put ads on your videos, so that makes you greedy or something. And I kind of, like, on one hand, I I get the kind of idea, because some people make MSM videos purely out of love and passion, because they're just really passionate about My Singing Monsters, and I have a lot of that same passion. Um, but I like I kind of need to survive. I need to eat. I need to put clothes on my back. I need to pay for my medicine. um, so I don't think people consider sometimes why they're hating, because again, you don't always know somebody's situation. Um, People don't tend to really think things through or research things as much as want. I hope that they do. Um, and I think that's a shame. Uh, because if people just took like even like 15 minutes to think about something, to think about what's going on, a lot of problems that happened might not have happened as severely as they did. Um, like I see that a lot of people are, they're like, and I'm very glad that people are passionate when they see somebody getting exploited in a way that's sexual, and it never stops. Um, so like, early, like some names that come to mind. Okay, and I'm not trying to send hate to people. Okay, but these are people who I know did stuff. So we got like Mr. Zamboni, Abid Shark 10, Euphalesio, and like as of recent, now keep in mind Cooper the Doodleian is a child, but they interact very sexually with young children, and um, it's I saw it, and I've tried to talk him out of it, and I think I don't think it really helps people when we just go in and we like, oh, you you're the worst person in the world. Everyone should call you Chili Bean Fat Man, and because I find that the how people typically respond is they don't change anything. They just dismiss it as hate, and then they do whatever the heck that they were going to do before, or it gets so overwhelming that they straight up leave. And on one hand, that could be helpful in severe cases, like Abed, Zamboni, Euphalesio. Actually, I don't even think Euphalesio was. I think Euphalesio kind of got away with it, honestly. Um, but uh, I always think, well, when they leave, are they gonna change? Are they gonna change their ways, or are they just gonna do what they were doing before? And I really think that meaningful thought and um, when people understand the consequences of their actions, when people um, what's it called? When people are able to, to see what's happening, okay, to get something, when people are able to see things that were written with thought and care put into them, even if they dismiss it at first, sometimes change does happen. And, I think everything's connected. I think it's important that we talk about things that hurt us. And I think it's important that we try to approach hate in a respectful manner, at least as much as it possibly can be. Um, some of the things that people do can cause very severe mental illness. Like, now I'm on this and this because someone decided to, hey, bed, decided to get me into porn circles and do, naughty things with them for years. So, I like, yeah. I don't think this. I think this community needs to learn a lot about respect and know how to treat people properly. So, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Um, Peace out. I'm glad to have all of you, and um, you know, with all the flaws that are in this community, with all the horrible atrocities that I've witnessed, there's still a lot of good. Uh, some people say that this is one of the best communities. I don't know about that, but the to see all the creativity, all the inspiration, all the hope that people make, it changes lives for the better. And you know, and I never forget that. And it's why, and it's something that inspires me and to keep on going. So, peace. All right. So there's another thing that I need to talk about that I forgot to address, and then it'll actually be goodbye. I think a lot of people on the internet are a little too scared to get involved with things legally. Um, I don't really think that it should be somebody's. It shouldn't be someone's responsibility to talk to somebody, right? And I think sometimes people need to acknowledge when things become kind of illegal. They're sometimes social workers and um you the and like punishment, sometimes that those things are necessary, but we can't be the ones to give them out, you know. Um, so I just wanted to add that onto it. I I think that um back then, sometimes it would have greatly benefited if you know we also you know let the legal system do its thing. Um, so that's just my opinion. And of course, I think the legal system is incredibly flawed. Okay, I, I was somebody who got arrested for a reason that I personally disagree with, and but at the same time, should we really be the ones who give out punishment to people? Oftentimes it doesn't really help. Um, but that's just something that I wanted to add. Yeah.